2 others had to be airlifted to the hospital. The wreck had part of 3rd Street shut down for hours overnight.
Just this morning, officials in Pakistan officially called off the search for survivors following last weekend's devastating earthquake. Aid workers are now setting up makeshift villages before the vicious Himalayan winter sets in. Rescuers have had some luck, though, finding survivors, pulling 2 women from the rubble of 2 different homes this week, about 100 hours after the quake hit. Now, the collapse of this 10-story apartment building in Islamabad has now sparked a criminal investigation. It's the only building in the city that collapsed, killing 40 people. More than 35,000 died in Pakistan. In Indian-controlled Kashmir, thousands injured by the quake are being treated in makeshift medical camps. More than 1,300 in that region were killed. And survivors are also desperate for help, mobbing trucks packed with relief supplies. Rescue workers in Kashmir say they've reached all but 10 of the 140 villages devastated by the quake. A NATO jet carrying 8 tons of blankets, tents, and sleeping bags is now in Pakistan. Some 2 million people are believed to be homeless. Millions are in need of food, medicine, and shelter. In other news this morning, a teenager accused of being part of that alleged conspiracy to kidnap a Jaguars cheerleader is speaking out.
Now, we're told the cheerleader has left town. We first broke the story Wednesday night, and in another exclusive, we talked to a 15-year-old picked up, then released by the police in this case. His name is Anthony Alfonso, and his mother said he could talk to us. Alfonso lived with 21-year-old Jamie Williams, the man killed by a Jacksonville Beach police officer on an unrelated call hours after the alleged kidnapping attempt. Alfonso says he did not know about the plot until he started looking for Williams.
I was like, where'd they go? They were like, they went to go hit a lick. I was like, what are y'all talking about? They were like, they went to go rob somebody. And I'm like, who'd they go rob? They were like, this cheerleader.
Alfonso doesn't face any charges, and police say they've caught everyone involved in the alleged plot. They say the men plan to kidnap the cheerleader, rape, and possibly kill her, and then sell her car for parts.
Now, the First Coast top stories in Jacksonville Jaguar Paul Spicer dealing with a terrible loss this morning, the murder of his youngest brother. Police say 23-year-old Coulter Hillman was found shot several times in the head in Indianapolis yesterday morning. They don't have any suspects, but say Hillman was last seen outside a liquor store. It's believed he was going to give 2 men a ride. The Jaguars say Spicer left as soon as he heard the news about the shooting, and they do hope he'll be back in time to go to Pittsburgh, but no word yet. A spokesperson for the Florida Department of Health says Dr. Jeffrey Goldhagen won't return as director of Duval County's health department. That's according to our news partner, the Florida Times-Union. The state and Goldhagen have been working on a contract since Goldhagen was fired for an ethical breach and later offered his job back. According to the Times-Union, Goldhagen's attorney says they wanted the contract finalized by this past Wednesday. Well, the jury deciding the fate of Pinckney Chip Carter is expected to begin deliberations this morning after getting instructions from the judge. Carter could get the death penalty for murdering his ex-girlfriend, her boyfriend, and her 16-year-old daughter.
Now a big story that's shocking the nation. A pregnant woman clubbed over the head with a bat by a neighbor who police say tried to cut out the baby from her belly. That woman, Valerie Oskin, is in critical condition. The baby was delivered by C-section and the baby is stable. Now police say Oskin's Pittsburgh neighbor, Peggy Jo Connor, plotted the attack, but Connor's boyfriend says that's not true.
It appears from our investigation that this was something that was well thought out.
No, that's a totally lie.
Police say Connor hit Oskin over the head Wednesday, then put Oskin's 7-year-old son in the car and dropped him off at a neighbor's house. They say she drove Oskin 50 miles to a secluded area and then cut her. She stopped when a 17-year-old on an ATV drove up. He told his father what he saw, and they called the police and were able to stop it.
Your time is 6:08 on this Friday morning. One New Orleans bar owner says he's challenging the city's curfew, and today he'll resume his normal hours of 10 a.m. to 6 a.m. The curfew is from midnight to 6 in the morning, but the bar owner says people have to show New Orleans is open for business. Well, speaking of being open, New Orleans' popular Café du Monde is preparing to serve customers again. The cafe will open its doors Wednesday morning. And the floating hospital, USNS Comfort, is back in Baltimore. It left home in early September to help victims of Katrina. Meanwhile, you can still help hurricane victims by logging onto our website at firstcoastnews.com. Just click Operation Neighbors in Need. Well, you may notice an odd-looking police cruiser parked outside the Nassau County Sheriff's headquarters.
It's news covering the First Coast this morning, and this is the cruiser that Sheriff Tommy Seagraves plans to drive in a demolition derby tomorrow. It's for the 4th annual Battle of the Badges in Volusia County, and the trash talking is already underway.
I mean, what can he do? He's coming from somewhere else, and he thinks he's a bus driver and a demolition derby driver. The man's totally outclassed coming from up there, coming to Volusia County, and we're just going to have to show him.
He's been down there riding surfboards, and we've been down here riding on the back roads of Nassau County in real cars, and we've got some for Ben Johnson when we get there Saturday night.
Now, Sheriff Seagraves is just getting used to the car. This is his first year in the race. Local companies paid $100 each to advertise on the car, adding up to $6,000 in Nassau County. The money goes to Florida Youth Ranches. So we'll let you know how Sheriff Seagraves does in this.
Hey, no matter who wins, both will be pulling out dents Monday morning.
I believe so. Well, do you fly south to west a lot but never get an A-group boarding pass?
Well, one woman says she'll get it for you 24 hours before your flight. How? We'll explain coming up.
Dan Hicken, is the Players' Championship on the move? We'll let you in on a secret coming up.
And next, NASA has a big announcement today about its next shuttle mission. We'll have more on that right after the break.
In the time it takes an average person to run a 5K race,
11 women nationwide will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
time is precious.
Time is valuable. So can you give us just a half hour of your life to save other lives?
Join First Coast News in the fight against breast cancer at the 11th annual Coleman, North Florida Race for the Cure, Saturday, October 22nd at Metro Park.
Sign up now to run or walk.
Call this number or log on to firstcoastnews.com.
Court Furniture Clearance Center is having a huge annual tent sale for 1 week and 1 week only. We've lowered prices even further on an incredible selection of top quality name brand previously leased furniture at unbelievable savings. This week, you'll find deals like sofas from $99, 4-piece bedroom sets from $298, and 5-piece oak dinettes from $199. So hurry to the Court Furniture Clearance Center near you because this sale ends soon.
A lot of car dealers like to keep a certain amount of mystery in the deal. That's why you almost never hear a word about dealer fees. But at Nimnick Chevrolet, we'll be glad to tell you all you want to know about dealer fees. Ours are $85, while other dealers charge more than $600. At Nimnick Chevrolet, we never hide additional profits in dealer fees. That's the way it's been for over 60 years, and that's the way we'll always do business. Nimnick, we are Chevrolet, 1550 Cassett Avenue.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better.
Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is the Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
If you see news happening and can safely make a cell phone call, dial pound FCN on your singular wireless phone to connect to First Coast News. You're watching your news leaders.
Patricia Crosby.
Phil Amato.
This is First Coast News Good Morning Jacksonville.
Hey, outside it is a cooler start to the day. That's right, we were seeing temperatures in the 60s, a few coastal clouds. Otherwise, most of the inland spots are clear. Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Mark Collins. Yes, the roadways are looking pretty clear out there, but as we head through the morning, it will also be a dry start. No rain showing up there on the radars, but there is plenty of rain well to the northeast if you're flying up to places like Boston. But locally here today, we're going to see highs in the mid-80s. So a rapid warm-up from the cool start today. It's going to be dry all day long. Perfect for the barbecue. But Phil Amato, he's standing by in our kitchen. What's cooking?
We're making some pastries this morning, Mark. The owner of the Main Street Bakery and Deli, Jim Huntress, is in for Chef Robert today, and he's already made up some cinnamon rolls, which were great. Brown sugar.
Cinnamon, the brown sugar's in there.
Now, this is the tricky part, isn't it?
This is the tricky part.
Here, I'll follow you
I'm
at
sure
the same
that you
time.
can,
So
you
we
can do this.
All right. So you have to make it so it's circular. Oh, I see.
Circular.
Do something like that.
Okay. All right. Ready?
They're not looking. They're just showing yours, which is better.
2, 3. Flip like this.
All right. You did this. You did 1, 2, 3.
That's close,
and flip it like this, and there you have it, just like yours, huh?
Just
All
like
right.
it, perfect.
You put some glaze on top of it then?
You go ahead, you put a little honey, and it'll put a little butter on it, a little nuts, and then you go ahead and bake them, and this is the end result right here.
Looking good. You can find these at your restaurant, the Main Street Bakery and Deli on 6th and Main.
Actually right in downtown historic Springfield.
Looking good. And you also have the Good Morning Blend coffee there that people can enjoy as well.
Yes, we do, and we've been doing very well with that.
Proceeds go to charity.
Yes,
Thank you, Jim. We'll check back with you with another dessert, another pastry coming up in just a bit, all right?
Thank you.
Let's go back over to Pat.
Thanks, Bill. Now the latest on the breaking news in Arlington. One person killed, another hurt. Now, the men were found at the Town and Country Shopping Center. First Coast News anchor Angela Spears joins us live on the phone. And Angela, originally we had heard that 2 people were shot and then just one. What is the situation and where was the confusion?
Well, right now, Patty, Jacksonville Fire and Rescue, a spokesperson with that department, was telling us 2 people were shot. And here on the scene, I just talked with a Jacksonville sheriff's officer, and he told me one person is shot, the other person injured, not saying whether that's a shooting injury or what, but we do know one person is dead. Let me give you the details. As I've been saying all morning long, that it's still coming in. It's all very sketchy, but we do know that one person was shot. 2 people were in a car at the parking lot of the McDonald's in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Arlington. Police say apparently the driver got them here. That driver is injured at the hospital right now. The other person in the vehicle shot, but police say the shooting did not happen here at this parking lot. Right now, they're still trying to figure out exactly where it happened. The employees at this McDonald's called 911. At that time, there were some police officers at the back of the shopping center. They were able to respond quickly, but right now, Patty, they're still trying to gather information. This McDonald's, let me give you a little perspective about it. It is a 24-hour drive-through McDonald's. The lobby area closes around 10 o'clock at night, but the drive-through is open 24 hours, and these people apparently were in the parking lot here, and as I mentioned, police are still trying to gather information and figure out where the shooting happened.
Yes, we don't know where it happened. We don't know the motivation or anything on suspects in this case as of yet. And Angela, the condition of the person who was hurt, do we know how the driver's doing?
I do not know that at this time, Patty. Right now I see the spokesperson with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office walking over right now, so I'm going to go gather some information and try and get back with you as soon as I can.
All right, we'll talk to you again in just a little bit. Thanks a lot, Angela. Now your other top stories this morning. Karl Rove is expected back before a grand jury today. It's looking into the leak of CIA agent Valerie Plame's name. Now, Rove has been linked to Time magazine Matthew Cooper, who first reported Plame's name. Today, NASA officials are expected to lay out their plans for the next shuttle mission, which will likely be no earlier than March of next year. They'll also comment on their study of external foam and why some pieces broke off discovery during July's liftoff.
All right, 6:17 is your time. Let's see how the roadways are shaping up once again with Michelle Jacobs live in the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Phil. Good morning to you. And it's shaping up pretty well out there. We like to say that on a Friday morning. Here's a live look at traffic on JTV this morning. No delays eastbound or westbound from the beach to I-95. That's great news for early morning commuters. And a live look at traffic on the north side of town near the Trout River Bridge. I-95 northbound and southbound through this area moving quite nicely as well. We'll be back at 6:31. Patty and Phil.
All right.
Thanks, Michelle.
Ready for a cool change?
I think we're already feeling it, right?
It's happening, isn't it?
Time to dig deep in the closet. Where did I put that sweater? You know,
that's all the stores are selling these days now anyway.
That's right. Fall colors and thicker clothes, right? Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. I like my T-shirt and flip-flops, but at least we have another day of warm weather after we get through a fairly cool start this morning. We're going to see those highs back into the 80s this afternoon, but yes, the changes are under full swing. Cooler nights over the next several days, and the dry weather is going to last for the weekend. So we'll go from about 67 degrees, comfortable out there, to a high of around 84. Bright sunshine today. You're thinking, wow, the sunshine has been taking a break. Well, time to put those sunglasses back on this afternoon because it will be a nice day. 64 degrees on the thermometer at the airport, St. Augustine, 68 with a dew point of 62 and a north wind right now. We get a little area low pressure off of east central Florida, bringing some rain in through Cape Canaveral, through Cocoa Beach as that low drifts away. Even those folks will be drying out. So for us today, no rain in our forecast. Looking at temperatures across the nation right now, 58 degrees in Charlotte. Yes, the fall temperatures are there, and it's bringing fall-like colors to some of the trees there in the mountains in North Carolina. About 30% of the trees are showing color now if your plans take you up there this weekend. But if your plans take you to New England, it's going to be wet there all day today and for most of tomorrow before clearing out late tomorrow in the afternoon. For us, we are dry, and the future rain forecast shows that. All the rain staying up there over the northeast, pulling away. Now we'll show you the real cast conditions for today. Clouds around for the morning. The front slips to the south. We'll see a cool night tonight. Another reinforcing shot of dry air pulls down behind the secondary front. So that means even more sunshine as we head through the day tomorrow. 84 today, warmer than yesterday. Tonight down to 63, dry turning cooler. And notice as we head into the marine forecast, 3 to 5 foot waves, north winds, with the 5 days showing the dry weather continuing right on through the next couple of days. So, all right, plan those outdoor plans. Now let's take a look at the movie review with Angela and Matt.
In Orlando Bloom's new movie, his character has had a tough time. He's lost his job, his girlfriend, and that's just part of what you can see in
well. Actually, it's sort of a redemption story about this guy, kind of a yuppie guy, who with the help of the beautiful flight attendant, played just wonderfully, by the way, by Kirsten Dunst. She's really, really charming. Kind of helps him pick up the pieces of his life and put it all back together. And this is a movie from Cameron Crowe, a director I really like. He made Jerry Maguire and Almost Famous, two wonderful movies. This one isn't in their category, unfortunately, but it has enough of the stuff that you like, the good music, the jokes,
stars.
to make it worthwhile, yeah.
All right, another new flick out is Domino.
Well, this one's a much more clear-cut case. It's just an awful, awful movie. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Really?
Just terrible movie with Keira Knightley from Pirates of the Caribbean, basically making sneering faces, playing a bounty hunter, beautiful bounty hunter, sort of based on a true story. But it's just a terrible movie.
No stars at all. We see nothing on the screen.
It's awful.
All right, you can read Matt's review in the Times-Union. More news is next.
At Keith Pearson Toyota Scion, we're Jacksonville's #1 dealer for a reason: service.
You can explain your automotive needs in air-conditioned comfort.
If your Toyota needs service, then you need Keith Pearson Toyota Scion.
You can wait in comfort as your vehicle is being serviced. You can even watch your car being serviced at Keith Pearson Toyota.
Jacksonville's #1 dealer, Keith Pearson Toyota Scion, just off 295 near Blending.
Want to learn about all the new TVs? Circuit City makes it simple. Come to Circuit City this Sunday from 1 to 6 p.m. for our Home Entertainment Made Simple event. Get product demos on HD TV, home audio, and more, and talk to our experts about building the perfect home theater. Plus, get no interest until January 2007 on all TVs $299 and up. The Home Entertainment Made Simple event, this Sunday at Circuit City.
Announcing the largest Pontiac GMC Hummer store in the United States. Nimnik at the Avenues is now open, and you can save up to $10,000 on select new vehicles in the savings zone. Save thousands on GMC Envoys, Pontiac G6, and Crew Cab Sierras. New closeout rebates on the 05 models mean additional savings up to $10,000 for you. Call 674-0268 to save now. Nimnik is the name to know for savings. Don't stop at the Avenues Mall. Don't stop at 9A. Come to the all-new Nimnik Pontiac GMC and Hummer store, just 2 miles south of the Avenues Mall.
You want to trust the products you buy, the company you work for, the hospital that treats you. But as we know, when that trust is broken, people get hurt. I'm Wayne Hogan. I've seen the tragedies that reckless corporate actions can cause. Our firm has prosecuted hundreds of cases against companies that tried to hide their mistakes. If you're the victim of injuries caused by a careless corporation, consider having Terrell Hogan represent you. 722-2228. After all, choosing a law firm can be your most important decision.
Brought to you by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge, where you get employee pricing every day.
At Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge, this week only, get up to $10,000 off every new vehicle in stock. With over 1,500 new vehicles in stock every day, we're sure to have the one you're looking for.
Now through Sunday, only at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you save up to $10,000. Log on to our website or call 888-GO-DODGE. That's 888-GO-DODGE. I'm Jolene. With our exclusive low price protection guarantee, you'll always get the best price. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge, 9A in Bay Meadows, Jacksonville.
Good morning. PGA Tour Commissioner Tim Fincham spending his morning yesterday over at Mayport Elementary, celebrating the opening of a new sports field. It's courtesy of the Tour and the U.S. Soccer Foundation. Looks beautiful. Fincham says it's another step in introducing young people to the sport of golf.
Biggest challenge, I think, facing our growth over the next, number of years is being able to get the game more accessible and affordable to kids, because they're our future.
Still no official word on when the Players' Championship will be played after next year, but the commission did tell us yesterday, May, pretty good option.
We are really focused on May. There's a lot of advantages to it. You can still get some wet, but it's a different kind of wet in May than it is in March. And I'm not saying for sure we'll do it, but we're pretty seriously looking at it. We'll know in a few weeks.
All right, we shall know in a few weeks. We got some ACC football from last night to report. Clemson and NC State doing battle, and this one goes from an almost interception to a first down. That'll work. Kind of night for Clemson. It went all well as the Tigers break a 3-game losing streak and win in Raleigh. 31-10 is your final. Much more discussion of sports going on Sports Final Radio and ESPN 1460 right after Frank Frangie and Pete Prisco. That's from 10 to noon, and that will do it for this part of Good Morning Jacksonville Sports.
Thank you, Dan. Well, the Money Watch this morning, a lackluster Thursday for the blue chips, but the techs did a bit better. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell just a fraction. The NASDAQ gained 9 points. A new renovation project is bringing some 70 new jobs to Jacksonville's north side. A new wing is being added to the Lakeside Nursing and Rehab Center. It'll more than double now its facility's capacity from 60 to 122 beds. XM Satellite Radio is making a bigger move into the auto industry. XM says Honda will provide factory-installed units in more than 550,000 2006 vehicles. XM will be included in the Accord and Accord Hybrid, Odyssey, Element, and Ridgeline series. It's already factory-installed on the Civic and the Pilot SUV. Well, the case about tax incentives is now being heard by the U.S. Supreme Court, and Florida could benefit from the outcome. Florida Times Union senior business writer Karen Bruni Mathis joins us now. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning, Phil.
All the way to the Supreme Court.
All the way to the Supreme Court.
Not only Florida, but I guess Jacksonville businesses could benefit too?
Well, we could benefit. Now, a lot of people don't want to see incentives go away, but if they go away, there is something about it that will benefit Florida. The Supreme Court will hear a case involving the constitutionality of tax incentives. The case comes from Ohio, where Daimler Chrysler won tax breaks for a Jeep plant. A taxpayer group took it to court, which found the incentives broke interstate commerce rules. Florida and other states are watching the Supreme Court case closely, but economic developers said if tax incentives were thrown out across the board, Florida would fare well because it could compete for economic development with its weather, quality of life, relatively low taxes, and low cost of living. You can read more about it in my column in today's Times-Union and on Jacksonville.com.
What about the companies out there? It's really not going to benefit them because they're not going to be getting huge tax breaks. Right?
No, but if it's a level playing field, you will find other ways to compete. But then again, you'll always come up with something new. Something new will come up out of it.
It's time to send those postcards out again from James Conner.
I guess
they got straightened out? Do they have women on the postcards now?
I haven't seen it yet.
All right, well, maybe they're still working on it.
Maybe.
Thank you, Karen. Have a good weekend. Patty?
Well, we told you yesterday about a $26,000 diamond found in a sewer. Well, now we've got one about a Beethoven manuscript discovered in another odd place. Wait to hear what this one is worth. And we're at the scene of a fatal shooting in Arlington. One person is dead, another is hurt. Angela will have more coming up in just a moment.
Behind the screen at FirstCoastNews.com are the people of First Coast News. The people who know. The people who know the First Coast. Experienced. Dedicated. Keeping you informed every minute of every day. Get the information you need instantly from the people of First Coast News. FirstCoastNews.com. News that's always on.
Hi, I'm Dean Bernetti of the law offices of Bernetti, PA. Give our team of experienced professionals the opportunity to review your injury claim. Call us at Bernetti, PA, working justice for you.
In the mail, check it out. The kind of deals you only dream about. Your Mint Magazine. Your Mint Magazine.
Get the half-off dinner special from Northeast Florida's favorite seafood and steak restaurant, St. John's Seafood and Steak. Bathfitter acrylic bath, shower, and wall system. Save on a one-day bath makeover now at Bathfitter. Try Papa John's new Perfect Pan Pizza. Get a large, up to 5 toppings for only $12.99.
The mint is here.
Hi, I'm Tina Gordon. Man, you ain't gonna believe this. Sticks and Stuff is having their biggest sale ever. This big old sofa with a built-in lounger for only $5.99 in either color. This microfiber sofa is only $2.99. All of them only $2.99. Queen size pillow top mattress sets $1.99. Queen size beds are $2.99. Both of them. Sticks and Stuff, where we always beat their price.
It only happens once a year, and it's going on now through Sunday. Announcing the Ford Factory Authorized Big Time Tent Event. All 4 Jacksonville Area Ford dealers have teamed up to bring you the biggest deals of the year. Huge Ford selection, huge discounts up to $10,000. Low financing, like 0% for 72 months, and low leases. Deals this big can only last 4 big days. Do not miss this event. It's the Ford Factory Authorized Big Time Tent Event, and it's going on now. Only at your Jacksonville Area Ford dealers.
For 50 years, Baptist Health has been important to the people of Jacksonville. Technology has changed over the years, but what hasn't changed is our commitment to you, always striving for the best health care for the First Coast. Baptist Health, depend on us for life.
This financial report brought to you by Lazy Boy.
Where every fashion statement ends with an exclamation point. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries.
Forget your anniversary and you can end up on the sofa. Remember ours and you'll likely do the same. The Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries anniversary celebration with exceptional savings you won't soon forget.
Good morning. Today, Pakistan says the official search for survivors of that huge earthquake is over. New this morning, a terrible accident in Jacksonville Beach. An SUV demolished by a pickup. One person killed, and tests are underway to see if the drivers have been drinking. And getting a good seat on Southwest. One woman says for $5, she'll get it for you. It's Friday, October 14th. This is Good Morning Jacksonville.
Good morning. Thank you so much for waking up with us today. I'm Patricia Crosby.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Phil Amato. Right now, we're following some breaking news. A fatal shooting in Arlington. One person killed, another hurt. We'll have a live report coming up in just a moment.
And right now, we're getting a quick check of your traffic and weather together, starting off with meteorologist Mark Collins, who has the good news this morning.
And we're starting off on the right foot, folks.
Glad to hear that.
I'd like to see this nice weather after the gray clouds that we've seen the past couple of days. It's good news to see the sunshine coming back into our forecast, and that's what we'll see today. Starting off on the cool side, though, nice, comfortable temperatures out there. 64 degrees at the airport, 66 in Mayport. St. Augustine, though, warmer at 75. We are rain-free. That's the way we'll stay today. Tomorrow, the next day, so Real Cash painting the picture for us. We'll start off around 63, just some coastal clouds, interior sections seeing dry weather, and then by the afternoon, we'll top out around 84 to 83 degrees with dry weather. No one wants to be stuck in traffic, so now we're going to go over to the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center and visit Michelle Jacobs. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark, and that is right. No one does want to be stuck in traffic, and fortunately for this morning, Friday morning, we don't have any traffic problems to tell you about, and that's great news. Here's a live look at I-10 in Lane. Not even starting to slow down through this area, so from 295 all the way to 95, traffic on I-10, eastbound and westbound for that matter, moving quite well. We will be back in about 20 minutes or so and let you know how the traffic's looking then.
All right. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle. Homicide detectives are out in force by the McDonald's in Arlington, the one near the Arlington Expressway.
Town and Country Shopping Center there. One person has been killed, another hurt. It's breaking news we've been following all morning long for you. First Coast News anchor Angela Spears is live on the scene right now. And Angela, we understand that the victims were found in the McDonald's parking lot, but not necessarily shot, at least right in that area, right?
That's right, Phil. We are gathering new information here. Take a look here behind me. The police tape is up. Jacksonville homicide detectives are out here. There is a red car behind the fence there. That's the car 2 people were in. I have here live with me now the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Ken Jefferson, the public information officer, and we know that 2 people were in that vehicle, a man and a woman. Fill us in on the details.
That's correct, Angela. 2 people were in there. The driver sought out a place where she felt that it was safe to get some help. recognizing that this was a 24-hour establishment, she came to the McDonald's and asked the employees inside to contact the police because she had someone in the car that had been shot. It did not occur here at the McDonald's. That's important to emphasize. We have our homicide units here interviewing witnesses and doing all of the necessary things to figure out what's happened.
And as far as that person shot, that is the man. He did die in the vehicle.
That is correct. We have one confirmed dead and one has been transported, which was the driver of the car, transported to Shands Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
But we can confirm now that she was shot as well.
That's correct.
What about suspects, motive?
It's very, very preliminary in this investigation right now. We're trying to put the pieces of that puzzle together right now.
All right, thank you so much, Ken, for talking with us this morning. Ken was also telling me that Jacksonville Sheriff's officers there are working many scenes right now to try to figure out exactly where those two people were shot. But once again, just let me reiterate, one woman is shot in the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. A man shot to death. Reporting live from Arlington, Angela Spears, First Coast News.
All right, we'll keep following that for the latest information. Thank you so much, Angela. By the way, if you do know anything about this, call our partner, First Coast Crime Stoppers, at 866-845-TIPS. New this morning, the official search for survivors is now over in Pakistan. 6 days after that massive quake hit, officials say they are now preparing for the brutal Himalayan winter, setting up makeshift villages for those who did survive.
Well, there's now a criminal investigation into the collapse of this apartment building in Islamabad. It's the only building that collapsed in the city. More supplies are on the ground in Pakistan. This NATO jet brought 8 tons of blankets, tents, and sleeping bags to help some 2 million people left homeless. Survivors in the Kashmir region of India are clamoring for supplies. Rescue workers there say they've reached all but 10 of the 140 villages devastated by the quake.
Also new this morning, a top official with the World Health Organization says he's hopeful that a bird flu pandemic can be avoided. That optimism comes as teams of workers in protective suits search for infected birds in Turkey, where a deadly strain of the virus has just been found in birds there. 117 people in Asia have gotten the virus. 60 have died.
When you look at this next video, you'll only be able to really see a pickup truck, but look closer and you'll see the SUV the pickup is sitting on top of. It's new this morning, a terrible accident in Jacksonville Beach that took one person's life last night. Now, police are testing the blood of both drivers to see if they were drinking. It's not clear how the pickup ended up right on top of that SUV on 3rd Street. 2 other people were airlifted to the hospital.
Unbelievable. Well, now to the First Coast's other top stories this morning. The jury deciding Pickney Chip Carter's fate will get instructions from the judge this morning. They'll then deliberate on whether Carter should be executed for murdering his ex-girlfriend, her boyfriend, and her 16-year-old daughter. Police in Indianapolis are searching for whoever murdered the youngest brother of Jacksonville Jaguar Paul Spicer. Coulter Hamilton was found shot in the head in Indianapolis yesterday morning. Spicer left as soon as he heard the news. This Clay County father is accused of shooting his wife in the head. She survived. Philip Jones's daughters say that he was drunk and waving a gun around during an argument. They were outside and say they heard a gunshot. Marietta Jones was hit in the head and released the same night. Jones's daughters tell us he didn't mean to do it. Well, parents are invited to stop by the Babies R Us in Argyle today to take part in the WHALE program.
WHALE stands for We Have a Little Emergency. In news covering the First Coast, the program gives parents a child safety seat identification kit. It will help rescuers identify children if they're in the car and a parent gets into a wreck and can't talk. Now, the kits are being given out from 10 until 12:30 today.
Well, the 9th annual 8 Flags Car Show in Fernandina Beach kicks off tonight with a welcoming party at the Florida House Inn on South 3rd Street from 6 to 9 tonight. Tomorrow, more than 230 classic cars will line Center Street for the event.
Well, if you fly Southwest, you know getting a good seat means getting to the airport early. Well, not anymore. Katie Bell has come up with a website where you can go, pay $5, and 24 hours before the plane leaves, they check you in so you get an A boarding card. Southwest says, sounds like an interesting idea, but they don't understand why anyone would pay for it. To check it out, go to firstcoastnews.com and then click on the links section to see if it'll work for you.
Well, apparently Kate knows a guy.
Maybe. Well, no more left turns. Why are some companies ordering this?
That's coming up in our USA Today live report. And one Florida man wants security to stop patting people down before football games. A lawsuit's been filed. That's coming up just ahead.
Coming up, a spammer is caught in the net and a recall for an ATV.
And I'm meteorologist Mark Hollins, and if you can tell us what the last hurricane name of the season will be, you can win a $25 gift certificate to IHOP plus 4 movie passes. Just call 358-3158 right now for your chance to win. Your forecast is coming up.
Ernie Palmer's Used Car Superstore is slashing prices. Record-breaking new and used car sales means this is your best time ever to name your deal. Savings to 50% and more off original MSRP, including certified Toyotas with 100,000-mile warranties. Make the offer. Ernie Palmer's Used Car Superstore, Cassett Avenue.
We've all seen it. Cars weaving in and out, trucks too close together. It's a recipe for disaster. In 2002, Florida ranked second for deaths in crashes involving large trucks. And across America, nearly 5,000 die every year. If tragedy strikes, who will represent you? I'm Wayne Hogan. If you or someone in your family has been in an accident involving a large truck, consider having Terrell Hogan represent you. 722-2228. Together, we can help make the roads safer for everyone.
I promise.
I promise that Chevy Tahoe has best-in-class fuel economy.
Plus, OnStar and StabiliTrak, a combination Ford and Toyota don't offer.
The best-selling full-size SUV, Chevy Tahoe. Lease an 06 Tahoe LS two-wheel drive for around $369 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details.
That's the Chevy Total Value Promise, and it starts right here.
See your Southern Chevy dealers.
You won't believe these special prices on sets of 4 tires right now here at Sun Tire. $89 and up for 4 passenger and import tires, $139 and up for 4 performance tires, and $199 and up for 4 SUV or light truck tires. Plus, Sun Tire will give you a 3-day vacation with any 4-tire purchase. Don't miss this exceptional deal. The lowest prices on sets of 4 tires plus a 3-day vacation. It's only at Sun Tire and only through Saturday.
You know, some nights you feel like a home-cooked meal, but you don't feel like cooking at home.
And you just don't have the time to eat out.
That's why we have Carrabba's Carside Carryout. Now, all you do is call us with your order, pull into our reserved parking, and we'll bring your dinner pronto to your car. It's that easy. Enjoy a nice hot bowl of soup made from scratch.
Or our tender chicken brine. We use the finest, freshest ingredients for bigger, bolder flavors.
Carrabba's may be the best Italian food you ever tasted. Call our Carside Carryout and enjoy Carrabba's at home tonight.
Ernie Palmer Toyota Scion is rolling out Jacksonville's best deals on new 06s. Corolla, $13,468. Camry, $17,379. Tundra, $219 per month. Sign and drive. Better deals, better dealership. Ernie Palmer Toyota Scion, Cassett Avenue.
This is Mrs. Van's 5th grade class at Patterson Elementary on Fleming Island. Good morning, Jacksonville!
Some bright faces this early morning. Here's what's on the lunch menu in Clay County. We're looking at cheesy con queso, quesadillas, hamburgers, Spanish rice, carrots, corn with dip, choice of fruit and juice. I remember those good old days. But the folks in Duval County, you're on a diet today. Actually, no, there's no lunch in Duval County because there is no school there, so that's good news for the kids there. Now, the last hurricane of the season, that name will be Wilma, and Tammy Browning of Jacksonville knew, and she wins a $25 gift certificate for IHOP and 4 movie passes, so good for her. And I guess if folks aren't going out to IHOP and they want to cook at home this morning, you've got a fantastic recipe for some delicious food here.
I absolutely do. We're going to be working with the Danish dough again here for the moment, and since I've gone ahead and pre-wrapped these, the Danish dough we just take, we make a little circle like this. It's very easy to do.
It's a project for the kids there.
Goes through, and they would love it. They would enjoy it. You would take this, you would put fruit, cheese, anything that you would like on that, and you'd bake that for about 22 minutes in the oven, and then you would come out with something along this lines here.
Okay.
Which we have.
Just 22 minutes in the oven?
And I'm not using the mitts again. Here we go. But, you know, we serve these down at the bakery. People really enjoy them. It has a honey and sugar glaze on them, and we do this with various cheeses and fruits, and they really enjoy it.
Okay.
And they're fun to make.
And what's the oven temperature?
The oven temperature is 400 degrees.
400 for 22 minutes, and it's good as gold.
Yeah, it's good as gold and ready to go. And,
but some folks can't really cook like myself, so where can we find you to sample some of these?
You can find me in historic downtown Springfield at 6 and Main. It's the Main Street Bakery and Deli, and we would love to have anyone in the neighborhood just pop right in there. We're open at 6 in the morning. They can come in and enjoy some fresh, delicious, hot pastries.
Delicious.
And if they don't like that, we've got some great omelets as well.
That's what I like to hear. A mix of everything there, Patty. I'm working up an appetite.
All right, we'll show you where it is, Mark, not far from the station. We know it well now. All right, we've got a massive recall to tell you about concerning one of the most popular hybrids. It affects 2004 and 2005 Toyota Priuses. A problem could lead them to stall without warning. Now, here's On Your Sides, Ken Amaro with more on the new bankruptcy law.
Good morning. He hid behind a computer screen and ran a scheme that netted millions until he got caught. Francis McCrae is now behind bars in the United Kingdom. His scam, he ran a bogus registration service for internet addresses. The new bankruptcy law goes into effect next week, giving creditors the upper hand. Survey found many Americans are now making a mad dash for bankruptcy court to beat the changes. Nationwide, consumer filings are averaging 20,000 per day. A new survey finds that more and more families are getting into credit card debt to pay for the essentials. Credit card debt in America is now $800 billion, 3 times what it was in 1989. For the third time this year, Bank of America has lost confidential customer information. This time, it is a laptop containing information about Visa Bucks users. The bank has notified its customers. Bombardier is recalling 275 of its ATVs to repair the drive pulley. The recall affects a 2006 Outlander 800 HOXT. Owners will be notified by mail. If you have a question or a consumer complaint, don't get mad. Just say I'm telling Ken and drop me a line. My address is on the screen.
All right, thank you, Ken. Now to that breaking news I've been following out of Arlington. 2 people shot and 1 killed. Here's a live picture from the Town and Country Shopping Center where that McDonald's is located. Now, apparently, those 2 people were shot in that red car right there in another area, and the woman driving that car drove it to that McDonald's because it was open early this morning. Since the drive-thru is open 24 hours, we understand the passenger in that car was killed. The driver is injured. She was taken to a hospital this morning. Police are still trying to piece together where those folks were shot and who the suspects are. We're, of course, following for you with Angela Spears. She'll have another live report coming up in just a bit. But right now, here are your morning's headlines at 6:46. The White House is cautiously optimistic about tomorrow's vote on Iraq's constitution. Security forces in Iraq are preparing for violence before voters hit the polls. The White House says preparations are going well, with more people registered to vote than in January's elections. Police are questioning 28-year-old Stephen Montgomery after his girlfriend's body was found in a home on the north side Wednesday night. Montgomery hasn't been charged in Tarnisha Ellis's death. He was picked up in Georgia. Ellis's uncle says Montgomery took off from the scene with her 3-year-old son in the car and dropped him off with relatives before heading north. A Washington woman says it's not her daughter's fault. She duct taped her mother's hands and feet and used a taser on her. The daughter actually called police after her mom told her not to. The mom says her daughter has a history of mental problems, and doctors at a mental clinic should be blamed for not doing their jobs properly. And talk about a huge fund. A librarian in Pennsylvania discovered a working manuscript handwritten by Beethoven. It's not necessarily a fund, but more like a find. It was caught in a cabinet and found there. She was cleaning it at a seminary, apparently. It's expected to fetch more than $2 million at an auction. Isn't that fascinating? Coming across something like that in a seminary, you know, Beethoven's work like that.
And getting it identified. That's, good she did that.
Well, some companies are telling their drivers no more left turns in order to save money.
Plus, new poll numbers show just how many hurricane victims plan to return home to New Orleans. First Coast News USA Today reporter Jill Marvin is live in Washington with more. Good morning, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Phil. In the news, USA Today takes a look at the continuing impact of Hurricane Katrina in the city of New Orleans. A new USA Today CNN Gallup poll shows that 4 out of 10 evacuees do not plan to return to the Crescent City. More than 132,000 households are now in Red Cross shelters, and that translates to 50,000 families that will not go back. The survey also found that blacks were twice as likely as whites to say they would not return. Demographic experts say if the numbers hold true, the population shift would be unprecedented. High gas prices are taking a toll on businesses. Some are taking big steps to save money, even telling its workers to slow down.
One company that I talked to, their employees left at 4:30 in the morning and could haul 75, 80 miles per hour at that time of day. So the company used their GPS system to say, whoa, you have to slow down to 55.
Driving 55 miles per hour can save a company up to 10% on fuel costs. UPS is routing all its deliveries using more right-hand turns, so drivers don't idle waiting to turn left. Coffee plantations are taking a cue from winemakers and turning their facilities into tourist spots. The western section of Hawaii's Big Island is home to some of the biggest coffee producers in the country. Now you can watch the process from the harvesting of the coffee cherries to the roasted beans. Other countries where you can get a caffeine fix: Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Guatemala. Patty and Phil, the beach, coffee, what's better?
Yeah, I would especially like the free cup of latte maybe at the end of the tour too, huh?
Yeah, Oceanside.
All
right, thanks, Jill. Have a good
how
weekend.
How much they cost at Starbucks.
All right,
now,
you too.
All right, thanks so much.
All right, but remember you can get our special blend at one of the restaurants that we've been featuring this morning.
Like the Main Street Bakery and Deli on 6th and Main, and all the proceeds there go to charity too, so it's a good thing.
Nothing better than bringing the cup of coffee to your mouth, opening the curtains and seeing the sunshine, and that's what you'll see as we draw back the curtains today. It's going to be a nice day, a little bit cooler though to start our day. And that cool weather will continue during the evenings over the next couple of days. A real dry weekend ahead. 67 for the morning, 84 by the afternoon. Bright sunshine lasting. That's what I like to say. Lasting sun all weekend long. Go ahead, set those tee times up right now because it's going to be dry for both Saturday and Sunday. Dew point sitting back at 62, indicating that the air is starting to dry out. Temperature-wise, it's 68 in St. Augustine, a couple degrees cooler at the airport. Batch of rain right there off the Cape. That will not be headed our way. In fact, air low pressure pulls away, taking the rain further away from the coastline. You're seeing current temperatures across the country. Cooler air up towards the north, like places like Boston, 56 degrees. They're socked in with the rain. As you've heard from the news headlines, it has been quite wet with flood watches up. The winds are up there too. Almost like Tropical Storm Tammy for us, they're dealing with up there with that low sitting off the coastline and strong onshore winds. Let's take a look at the rain forecast. Notice none here, dry. Rain moving up towards the northeast. It's going to be raining there today and for tomorrow. Gradually, the rain clears tomorrow afternoon. Real cast as we drop through the clouds this morning. Just a few coastal clouds as the front comes through. We're going to see some cooler nights ahead. Then for tomorrow, a reinforcing front comes through. Just another nice day with even more sunshine for Saturday. 84 degrees for our high today. It will be a warmer day than yesterday simply because of the lack of clouds. Then for tonight, dry, turning cool with an overnight low of 63 degrees. North winds for boaters at 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet. And the extended forecast showing that the nights will remain cool in the low 60s to upper 50s, but temperatures along the beaches will be in the mid 70s and daytime highs in the 80s, eventually cooling down by the end of the weekend into next week. So let's take a look at our roadside conditions and check in the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center with Michelle Jacobs.
Good morning, Mark, and good morning to you. And still have some great news for you. The major roadway's looking fine. We'll take a look in just a minute. One minor crash to tell you about on the south side of town. It's on University near Barnes, and that's just a minor crash. So police on scene assisting. Live look outside at I-95 near Southside Boulevard. The headlights coming towards the screen, that is the northbound side of I-95 coming out of the merge with 295. We're back again at 6:59 and again at 7:27. Back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Leonardo DiCaprio takes a violent interest in diamonds.
No, it has nothing to do with a wedding. That story coming up. And next, a Tampa teacher fights a pat-down at a professional football game. More on that in just a moment. It is now 6:52.
FreshCoastNews.com. Make it your homepage. News that's always on.
It only happens once a year, and it's going on now through Sunday. Announcing the Ford Factory Authorized Big Time Tent Event. All four Jacksonville area Ford dealers have teamed up to bring you the biggest deals of the year. Huge Ford selection, huge discounts up to $10,000. Low financing, like 0% for 72 months, and low leases. Deals this big can only last 4 big days. Do not miss this event. It's the Ford Factory Authorized Big Time Tent Event, and it's going on now. Only at your Jacksonville area Ford dealers.
Meet Lucky. He likes to help pick up around the house. But sometimes, Lucky isn't so lucky. and accidents happen. So who's going to help pick up after him? Bounty. It's the quilted quicker picker-upper. Bounty has big quilts. Just one sheet absorbs faster, so it won't drip like this. And Bounty's strong, even when wet.
The quilted quicker picker-upper, Bounty.
Enjoy shopping with a Southern tradition. Circle K Furniture, North Florida's largest family-owned furniture store, offers you the variety, quality, and style you've been searching for. With millions of dollars of inventory in stock, we have the largest selection of home furnishings and accessories. There's no waiting. At Circle K, you can take your furniture home today. We're Jacksonville's best-kept secret. Come visit us at our 60,000 square foot showroom. Circle K, loaded with style.
All news is local, ultimately, isn't it? Yeah. The conversation you start in Jacksonville, we kind of put a period at the end of the sentence in New York.
I hear a lot. I know I need to be informed, but I just don't want that in my home right now.
I think an informed citizenry was part of the original deal, and I believe so much in what we do for a living that if you sit down and join us, we'll take you to places that you need to see.
First Coast News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30 on WTLV 12.
The $5,000 challenge is now worth up to $6,500 at Ray Carter Kia. Get up to $6,500 minimum for your trade, or up to $6,500 cash back guaranteed. Score big as Ray Carter Kia beats the pants off the competition with up to $6,500 cash back or minimum for your trade when you choose from the Sedona, Sorrento SUV, or a Monte. Recently rated best in class by J.D. Power. Plus, every Ray Carter Kia is backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Ray Carter Kia. Cool cars, cool warranty, cool price.
Welcome back, everyone. A Tampa area high school teacher is taking issue with being patted down before going to the Bucks game.
Checking our top stories now. The ACLU filed a lawsuit against the Tampa Sports Authority, which handles security at the stadium. Now, it says that the teacher wasn't told he'd be subject to pat-downs when he renewed his season ticket. Baylor University is hoping to be home to President Bush's presidential library. The school is competing with SMU, which is in Dallas, the University of Dallas, and a group representing Texas Tech. Some real-life drama for one of the stars of ABC's hit drama Lost.
A robber recently woke up Josh Holloway and his wife at gunpoint in their Hawaii home, taking money, credit cards, and their car. The car was found abandoned. Holloway and his wife are okay. The gunman's still on the loose.
Leonardo DiCaprio's next role may get a little bloody. He's set to star in The Blood Diamond, playing an American diamond smuggler. We'll be right back, everyone, with traffic and weather together.
They had all the ingredients for an unsuccessful marriage.
She's not very bright.
Time for Judge Maybelline to stir the pot.
So then why did you bother to marry this ignorant woman that's not so bright?
I was young and dumb.
On the next divorce court.
Weekday afternoons at 4 on NBC 12.
Next, very scary Martha.
We've got wickedly wonderful how-to ideas all October long.
He's a dirty, rotten scoundrel with a skeleton in his closet. John Lithgow is here. Next, all new Martha.
Weekdays at 11 on NBC 12.
Meet Lucky. He likes to help pick up around the house. But sometimes, Lucky isn't so lucky, and accidents happen. So who's going to help pick up after him? Bounty. It's the quilted quicker picker-upper. Bounty has big quilts. Just one sheet absorbs faster, so it won't drip like this. And Bounty's strong, even when wet.
The quilted quicker picker-upper, Bounty.
Attention Dream Door customers. If you missed the Home and Patio Show, Dream Doors has extended their Home and Patio Show special through the end of this week at all 3 of their locations. Now is your chance to improve the look of your home, not to mention the value, and just in time for the holidays. So stop in at any one of the Dream Door locations for a fresh new look to your home and save money, because Dream Doors has extended their Home and Patio Show specials to the end of this week. Hurry, you still have time to pocket the savings at Dream Doors today.
I promise.
I promise. The all-new Chevy Impala gets an estimated 31 highway miles per gallon.
And has more standard horsepower and interior room than Camry and Accord.
Chevy, the #1 selling cars, trucks, and SUVs in America.
Now, get a 2006 Chevy Impala LS for around $20,990 after cash back.
That's the Chevy Total Value Promise, and it starts right here.
See your Southern Chevy dealers.
Closed captioning brought to you by Harrell & Harrell. If you've been injured in an accident, call us. We're still on the back of your phone book. Harrell & Harrell, don't settle for less than you deserve.
Good morning, I'm Angela Spears. We continue to follow breaking news here in Arlington. I'm live near the McDonald's at the Town and Country Shopping Center, where police tell us one man is dead. A woman is in the hospital right now with non-life-threatening injuries. Let me tell you the story. Take a look here. You can see on the other side of the McDonald's, there's a car sitting right there. Police tell us 2 people were in that vehicle. The woman in the car driving, she drove around looking for help. She was shot, police say. Her passenger, the man in the car, was dead. She called out for help. The employees of the McDonald's called 911. She was transported to the hospital. At this time, police have no suspects. The shooting, though, did not occur at this McDonald's. They're still trying to figure out exactly where the shooting happened. They are around town looking at various scenes. We'll be following this story throughout the day and have the very latest coming up at noon. Patty, Phil?
All right, thanks a lot, Angela. Let's check on your traffic. Michelle Jacobs live in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Good morning, and there's a Middleburg crash just reported on Blanding near Maine. Here's a live look at traffic on I-10. It's stopped, and you can see it's starting to stack up, approaching the merge with I-95. We'll be back at 7:27. Mark?
Well, Michelle, dry on our local radars. We won't be seeing any rain. The rain down towards Cape Canaveral pulls away. We'll be left with nice weather today, tomorrow, right through the weekend. No rain in sight, cool nights, pleasant afternoons.
Look at that.
Good.
5 beautiful days.
Very nice.
Thank you, Mark.
Enjoy, everyone. We'll see you Monday.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Good morning. Crazy eights. Rain falls for the 8th straight day in the Northeast as the floodwaters rise, turning streets into raging rivers. Is for his unlucky number. President Bush's political guru Karl Rove expected in front of the grand jury today for the 4th time. Will he be indicted? And Sweet 16, the Brady Bunch has nothing on this crew. These parents have 16 kids, and the whole gang joins us live today, Friday, October 14th, 2005.
From NBC News, this is Today with Katie Couric and Matt Lauer. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And welcome to Today on this Friday morning, everyone. I'm Katie Couric.
And I'm Matt Lauer. Sounds like you're in the mood to play the numbers game today. So how about this number? 12.2 inches of rain. That's what we've had in the Big Apple this month. It's only an inch away from the record for the rainiest October ever. We're only halfway through the month. And it's still coming down this morning, and there are flood watches all across the Northeast. Al, though, says he may have a little good news for us this morning. We're going to have much more on that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
And then, Matt, moving south to the nation's capital, many White House photo ops are staged events, but did the most recent one go too far? President Bush held a video conference on Thursday with U.S. troops in Iraq, but some eyebrows were raised by what came over the satellite beforehand. A Pentagon aide rehearsing the soldiers' answers. We'll have more on that just ahead. Plus, we'll tell you about a horrifying crime in Pennsylvania. Authorities say a woman was attacked by a friend who wanted to steal her baby from her womb. Matt?
Katie, we're also going to meet a woman who said she spent a night in jail after being pulled over in a traffic stop. She says she only had 1 glass of wine, so are some police officers taking DUI laws way too far? We'll take a look at that controversy. Plus, a few weeks back, we told you about girl crushes when one woman has a non-sexual obsession with another woman. But can the same be true of men? Do man crushes really exist? We're going to get into that story in just a couple of minutes.
Looking forward to that. And our Today Show lovebirds, Mark and Sarah, flew the coop for their honeymoon in the Maldives. Now they're back and here to tell us all about it. And I ran into them last night at dinner, and they look great and had a wonderful time.
Still happy?
Yeah. They're still in love. Happy to report.
Good to hear that. All right, a lot to get to, but first, the severe flooding here in the Northeast as more rain continues to fall today. NBC's Michelle Kaczynski, I guess she's in the canoe, is in Wayne, New Jersey this morning.
Hey,
Michelle, good morning to you.
Good morning. Well, obviously we're getting a nice break from the rain, but not the flooding. This is essentially now a part of the Passaic River in this neighborhood. It rushed in yesterday through the streets, and it's really tough to control a canoe or a boat when you're out in it. It's much deeper back there because this is really moving. And as it started to get into people's homes, they started realizing it's time to get out of here. And in some areas today, more people are expected to leave as river levels crest. 8 days of rain, and some neighborhoods don't even look like neighborhoods anymore. Little rivers with their own strong currents have taken over the streets, and the people are getting out any way they can.
Better be safe than sorry.
In Wayne, New Jersey alone, police estimate that more than 50 families needed help Thursday escaping the rising Passaic River. They came out by the truckload, some helped by scuba teams.
You'd like to be evacuated, come to your front door.
In nearby Oakland, New Jersey, Samantha Mendel watched as her family home, where 3 generations grew up, was surrounded by several feet of water.
This is all my mom's got right now. It's all her memories that she's holding on to it because it's my grandparents and that was her parents, and she's stubborn.
In New York, another treacherous commute. And workers at this Connecticut dam had to release more water, afraid it would break. In New Hampshire, families like the Godells had a chance to take a look at what nature had done to their new home, knowing there is more rain to come this weekend.
You're kind of torn as far as being upset, but then being thankful at least you have something to pick through. Some people don't, so it's tough.
Even with all this water, many people are trying to keep things in perspective.
How can you be depressed compared to Katrina? That's a whole nother ballgame. You know, we're just thankful we're not under like they were.
Yeah, after so many days of this, though, it's getting harder for people to take it in stride. In fact, in New Hampshire, the governor said in his state alone, the amount of damage is now in the tens of thousands of dollars. Katie?
Actually, Michelle, I'll take it. Is there some kind of severe drop-off there between the foreground? We'll go back. We saw these guys a second ago, Michelle, walking. Are these holy men walking on top of water? What's going on here?
Why walk when you can ride, you guys? When you have a ride like this, why would you want to walk?
Have you run ashore yet?
Well, they wouldn't let me go back into the deep water because they were afraid I would just drift out of here. You know, down at the intersections where it's running through, the current is really swift. It's a little scary, and walking through yesterday when it was up to your waist,
right,
it almost felt like it was going to take you away.
Strange piece of video there, Michelle.
Is your oar hitting ground, Michelle?
Of course not.
Okay.
All right,
It's
Michelle.
as smooth as silk.
Michelle, thank you very much. That's Michelle Kaczynski in New Jersey for us
The
this
best
morning.
laid plans of mice and men. Anyway, Al Roker is here with more on these storms and when they might actually be moving out of the area. Right, Al?
Well, we've got another 24 hours, unfortunately. Let's take a look. Central Park, 8th consecutive wettest day of rain, October 12.2.